Hello everyone. In this session we shall discuss about greatest common factor and we will see some examples. So this concept greatest common factor, it is known by various other names. Greatest common divisor or highest common factor, GCD or HCF, they all mean the same. We already know what the factors are. Okay. Factors, they divide a number evenly. That evenly means we will get the remainder 0. For example, 25. 5 is a factor of 25. 5 divides 25 by giving a quotient 5 and remainder 0. So we can say 5 divides 25 evenly. So now we need to find greatest common factor for these two numbers, 12 and 28. Sometimes 3 numbers are given or 4 numbers are given. You have to find the common factors of those numbers and you have to select the greatest amongst the common factors. So here the given numbers are 12 and 28. What are the factors of 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. And what are the factors of 28? 1, 2, 4, 7, 14 and 28. Now in these two lists of factors, what are the common factors? So 1, 2 and 4 are common factors because these numbers 1, 2 and 4, they are present in both the lists. The list of factors for 12 and the list of factors for 28, you will find 1, 2 and 4. Now amongst 1, 2 and 4, which is the greatest number? It is 4. Okay, so 4 is the final answer. 4 is the greatest common factor for the two given numbers, 12 and 28. So this is the straightforward method. We know how to find the factors of any given number. We use the divisibility rules. Okay. Here we use the same method to find the common factors for 48 and 92 and finally select the greatest common factor. The factors for 48 are these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24 and 48. And the factors for 92 are 1, 2, 4, 23, 46 and 92. In these two lists, what are the common numbers or common factors? 1, 2 and 4. They are common for both the lists. And the greatest common factor is 4. Okay. So what about the greatest common divisor for 44 and 86? Again I want to say greatest common divisor or greatest common factor, they are the same. What are the factors for 44? 1, 2, 4, 11, 22 and 44. They all divide 44 evenly. And what are the factors for 86? 1, 2, 43 and 86. The common factors are 1 and 2. They appear in both the lists. And the greatest common factor or divisor is 2. Okay. Amongst 1 and 2, okay, 2 is the greatest. Now there is another method which is considered to be simple. The prime factorization method to find the greatest common factor. So we all know how to find the prime factors for a given number. So I have uploaded a session on how to find the prime factors of a number earlier. You can go through that video. Now what about the prime factors for 24? It is 2 cube into 3, 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. What about the prime factors for 96? It's 2 power 5 into 3. Here you have to select the prime factors that are common in all the lists. If the prime factor repeats, select the least repetition. Select the smallest repetition. Here the prime factor 2, it is appearing 3 times, repeating 3 times. Here it is repeating 5 times. Do we need to take 3 times or 5 times? We have to take 3 times. Okay, and 3 appears in both the lists. 3 is a prime factor. It is a prime number which is a factor. That's why we call it prime factor. So we select 3 and we select 2 cube. Okay, 2 cube appears in both the lists. 3 appears in both the lists. What is 2 cube into 3? What is 8 into 3? It is 24. So the greatest common factor for 24 and 96 is 24. Okay, now you have to find the greatest common factor for 189 and 270. We can find prime factors using this repeated division method or the factorization tree. In this division method, you have to use the prime factors for dividing the given number. The divisor must be a prime factor and it should start with 2. Here 189 is an odd number, it is not divisible by 2. Then you have to select the next prime number. What is the next prime number for 2? It is 3. So I have selected 3. 3 divides 189 and what is the quotient? It is 63. And 3 divides 63, 21 is the quotient. 3 divides 21, 7 is the quotient. So the prime factors for 189 are 3 cube into 7. What about the prime factors for 270? You have to always start dividing with the first prime number. It is 2. And 2 135s are 270. Then 135 is an odd number. You cannot use 2, you have to use 3. 3 45s is 135. And 3 15s are 45. And 3 5s are 15. So you get 2 into 3 cube into 5. Now if you verify both the lists, 2 is not present in both the lists. So you cannot select 2. Whereas 3 cube appears in both the lists. So you have to select 3 cube. And what about 5? It doesn't appear. And what about 7? It doesn't appear in both the lists. It appears only in one list. So you have to select only 3 cube. And what is 3 cube? 27. So 27 is the greatest common factor for 189 and 270. So you can use the same method for finding the GCD for these two numbers. 756. Start dividing with 2. 2 378s are 756. 0 is the remainder. 378 is an even number, so you can use 2. 2 is the first prime number. In the prime factorization, you have to use the prime numbers for dividing. You have to use prime numbers as the divisors. And you always start with 2. Now 189 is an odd number. You cannot use 2. You check whether 3 divides 189. Yes, 3 divides 189. 3 63s are 189. Then 3 21s are 63. 3 7s are 21. So what is 756? It is 2 square into 3 cube into 7. And what about 921? 921 is an odd number. You cannot use 2. You can try with 3, and 3 divides 921 evenly. And what is the quotient? It is 307. Now 307 is a prime number. There is no other divisor that can divide 307 because it is a prime number. Now in both the lists, which prime factors are common? 2 doesn't appear, 2 square also doesn't appear, 7 doesn't appear, whereas 3 appears in both the lists. Correct? Here it is 3 cube. 3 appears thrice. 3 appears 3 times. Here 3 appears once, only one time. So 3 is the common factor for these two numbers, and 3 is also the greatest common factor. Okay, so this is the end of the session. We shall continue later.